I'm going to go through all the reasons that might get you to this point where you're getting this error. So you need to listen in to get to know what's your situation and how you can be able to resolve this error. So there are various situations that would lead to this. And the first one would be when you submitted your application, you wrote down the number, this confirmation number. That could be the first situation you're in. The second one is when you submitted the application, maybe you downloaded the form with the confirmation number, and therefore you're copy pasting that number from that form to this point. And the other one could be you that form, you saved it in some device, and therefore you're opening that device also to copy and paste. Or you either wrote down that confirmation number after submitting your application. And now to go through them, the first, if you wrote down this confirmation number that you got after submitting the application, you need to be very careful with the numbers that you're typing in this area. First, ensure that you have at most 16 characters, not more than 16 characters. Therefore, if the number that you're putting here is less than 16 characters or more than 16, then already you can tell that there is an error. The second one is you need to ensure that there are no numbers that you've interchanged. You have to type it as exactly as it appears in the form. And also note that there are some letters and numbers that look alike. For example, 0 and letter O, and a number 8 and letter B, something like W, and two V's that are together, or double V. If they are together, you need to make sure you're not typing a W, and then number 1 and letter I, the capital letter. So ensure you're not interchanging any of those numbers and letters, as these would lead to getting an error if you do so. So if you're typing that confirmation number right here, ensure it has 16 characters and the numbers are correct. You've not entered the wrong numbers in this space. The second one is if you're copy pasting that confirmation number to this place, then make sure that there is no space before the first letter of the confirmation number. In this case, ensure there is no space before number 2. If there is a space before number 2, then you're going to get an error, as that is counted as another character. So your number has more than 16 characters. The second thing is ensure there is no space after the last letter. In this case, there is a V. Ensure there is no space after V. Otherwise, that is also counted as a character, and that confirmation number will be having more than 16 characters, and that's why you will get an error. So ensure the number that you're copy pasting here is 16 characters and there is no space before the first letter and or a space after the last letter. That's the second thing. The third one, if everything is correct but you're still getting an error, you should check the year. Like for example, this one, it starts with 2025. So you should be starting with that and then typing the other numbers as they are. And as you know, it is not yet time to check for this at this time. Therefore, you need to wait until noon EDT time to check, to come here and type that confirmation number to get your results. Therefore, you need to wait until the results are out. Then you can come and type here. And once they're out, you also need to check your local time. At what time will that will you be able to see them from your country? So you also need to check the difference in time so that you can be able to check the result. The other thing you need to note is that there will be high traffic, therefore there will be some delays, and therefore you don't need to worry. As long as you have the correct details, you definitely are going to be able to check the results. And that's